Okay.
Going live, and we are live. So I'm going to say hello, everyone, and welcome to a terrible stream for terrible people. And fuck me, is it bloody moist at the moment? Absolutely sweating myself inside out. It's trying, pretending that it's gonna rain, and then it's like, actually, no, just have the humidity, and it fucking sucks. Anyway, how are we all doing today? Um, we have the oft fabled air conditioner on. I have no idea if it's coming through in the recording. It shouldn't be, but I can't really fucking tell. But since it hasn't opened with everyone going, "Oh my god, what am that loud sound of brr, I'm going to assume that it's okay. Thank you, OBS, for being half decent at knocking out
Okay.
background
Give me,
noise.
give me a minute.
The
Girls, bedtime.
got to send those kids to bed. Anyway,
Bye-bye.
yeah, it's finally cooled down here in Swamp, Germany. Yeah, we're I think we're on the other side of that where it's just fucking boiling hot. It's absolutely horrible. May or may not have ordered another fucking air conditioner so that we can have one in two rooms because we use the living room and our bedroom like fucking constantly for work. And it's becoming an issue having that fucking thing weighs a goddamn ton. And of course, because it's an air conditioner, it pulls water out of the air. So you have to drain it, which is a fucking nightmare because it all drains right from the bottom. Mostly it just leaks out while I'm moving it, which is fine. It's just water. I mean, quite gross water, but it's still just water. And
It's alright.
what?
It's just everyone's like, oh my god, what's that loud sound? Grr. Oh, the awful sound. Oh, it's sick. Okay.
Got trousers on. Coldness makes my knees ache. Oh god, I wish. I mean, not for the knees aching, for the coldness. The knees aching is
What do you want? I see a hand. What?
one of one of the children
Hold
has
on.
come to ask for, I don't know, mercy or something.
Oh, hang on. I have to do.
I'm going to have to assume that the kids are fucking boiling as well.
I have to do a medical. Hang on.
Anyway, death to the false emperor. Who am the false emperor? What did they do? Oh no, it's not because she's too hot. She's got something stuck up her nose. We'll keep you informed at what is stuck up the child's nose. Hopefully, it's not a penny or like a hamster or several like army soldiers. I don't know what kids stick up their nose.
It's a swollen gland. It's
Oh,
probably because you pick.
it's from nose picking.
Stop picking your nose. It'll go away.
Oh, it's
Right.
always cooler when I was. It was cooler in when I was in Brighton last week than it has been in Birmingham over the last 2 days. Bring the thunderstorms. Yeah, we're looking forward to the thunderstorms. They're only threatening to turn up. I prefer hot to cold. Well, Deramamo 10.
Yeah, I prefer hot to cold, but I can't stand
Then you're all
humidity.
insane because,
Humidity is horrible. I am not built for the
well,
jungle.
humidity, you never get cold humidity. I mean, you probably do, but you
probably
don't
do.
notice because it's not fucking boiling hot and you're not dying. So that means that hot is bad. I win. The thing is, you can't escape the heat, really, unless you can, like I said, get a fucking air conditioner or something. If you don't have that shit, you can't get away from it. You can wrap up, you can get under a blanket, you can wear multiple layers of clothes, and fucking you can set fire to your house. But when it comes to the heat, it's just there, and it just murders me every time, and it makes me quite the grumpy boy. Also, being autistic, humidity gives me sensory overload in a lot of horrible ways. I can imagine.
Well, you're a
Just
bit
all
like
sticky and gooey.
You're a bit like that with temperature. It doesn't even have to be that warm, and you can have a massive effect on your mood.
It's just bad. Sun bad. Ban it.
You get overheated so easily though. It's like 14 and you're like, oh my god, it's so boiling. And to be honest, you have a fan on constantly. Even in winter, you have a fan on.
Apparently, the fan on thing might be because of ADHD.
Well, it's stimulating to you because
It's nice. I like the feeling of air rushing against my face. It makes me feel normal for like the time. That's probably why I like spending so much time at my computer. There's a fan where I sit in the living room pointed at my face, and there's a fan on my desk. I've had to two fans on my desk, but not at the moment because
there's two fans next.
Gracious.
There's two fans next to your face. There's one that is next to your body, and then you've also like you can also have the air conditioning, which is behind you.
The air conditioning doesn't count because you wanted that.
Well,
I could have survived with two fans on my face.
I knew for a fact that this room would be boiling if I turned my computer on, though.
Oh, you might be carrying too much weight. Even before I did the fat, even when I was skinny, which I have been at some point in my life, heat has always been. Ugh, my English is actually more American than British. What? I didn't say I was autistic. Someone else said they were autistic. I'm not autistic, I don't think. I have ADHD.
There is crossover, though.
There is crossover. But I probably to start calling you two fans sick.
I'm probably more autistic, but I need to get diagnosed properly.
I'm autistic. I'm not too bad at oh, fuck you. That is a terrible joke. We have a fan here, but couldn't hear you if it was on. Well, then turn up the fucking volume. You know, the sliders. Or put some headphones on. A hippo can run faster than a man on land and swim faster than a man in water. So the bicycle is the best way to beat a hippo in a triathlon.
Aircon in England is called a fucking window. I was really right. He got the aircon last year.
She was skeptical.
And he was whinging and complaining about how hot it was.
I was dying, literally.
He was really sweaty, and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna get it. He said it'll be really useful for me, and I was like, I was a bit against it because it's expensive.
Yeah.
And then he got it, and he used it for one day.
Yeah, I only needed it for one day.
Because it was hot that one day.
But it was so fucking hot, I couldn't move.
And then it went in the cupboard for the rest of the year. And then this year, and I'm like, oh my god, it's so worth it.
And the other thing is, because I've been moving it back and forth so much, I was like, I think maybe we should get another one. And instead of like going, oh no, you were like, will it be small enough to fit in the cupboard with the other one?
Yeah, I like things to be organised. I want things to go in order.
That's fine. And I think it will. In fact, now that I think about it, I was thinking about it in a really stupid way of putting it in front facing. And I'm pretty sure it could fit in sideways and there'd be absolutely bugger tons of room for the other one then. Hadn't even thought of that.
Corvus, yeah, you can have autism and ADHD. Our kids got diagnosed with it.
Yeah, it's actually quite common to have both, which is super fun. But yeah, the girls have been diagnosed with both, and it explains a lot.
Yeah.
It explains why at school, when they had assemblies, every other child would come out nice and quietly, and then at least one of them would dance out.
Usually both.
Usually both, but at least one of them would be dancing out to the fucking shitty piano music being played. It was quite the sight to behold. And to be fair, the school have been actually really good about it. We have lots of conversations between me and Mr. Sick about how the one thing that we're really glad is the girls were born in this day and age where this stuff is much, much, much better understood. Because both me and her were effectively completely failed. Like, I was tested for various things. And because I didn't have the hyperactive ADHD, I couldn't possibly have had what girls have, quote unquote.
Well, like when we were in school, ADHD was a boy thing.
Yeah. They didn't test you for ADD, and they're not called these things anymore. It's all ADHD. It's just one is hyperactive and one of them is distraction based. And I'm very, very, very distractible. And yeah, so there was a lot of shit that you just don't understand as you grow up. And we like to think that because we had that experience,
It's the same with
we'll be
autism,
more.
though. Like, when we were in school, autism was seen as an extreme thing,
Yeah,
where
I
you were, like, severely, you know, like, disabled by the condition. It was
someone only
and
someone profound
yeah,
autism
profoundly
was
autistic. Yeah,
considered a real thing effectively. But now obviously there's a lot, and it's yeah. We're just sort of glad to know, and I like to think, I like to hope that lessons learned by the mistakes made by our parents will be at least lessons that we can know not to do.
it's one of the things that I'm sort of happy about with the whole mental awareness thing that got lifted about 5-6 years ago.
Mm.
Was there's been a huge boost in people getting diagnosed for stuff
Yeah,
because they're not putting it off anymore.
yeah,
They're
but
like, I was reading this thing. There's like a 69-year-old woman says she got diagnosed with autism. She's like, I've been struggling with this my entire life, and I never realized. And she says, I finally have a word that makes sense for my condition now. And it's just like, yeah, it's it's just a shame that mental health wasn't taken that seriously.
yeah. Funnily enough, bringing up stimming, we our neighbour had had a big problem recently, and it meant that they weren't able to take their daughter for a birthday thing. So we went, you know what, we're taking her. We were going swimming with the kids, so we took her to swimming, and then we went out for a nice meal. That we wouldn't have done, but you know, it was a nice thing, and she really liked it. And this kid, we always thought that she was a little bit sort of ADHD, but it turns out that because she just wasn't that used to us, after having a really good day and really sort of getting excited and enjoying herself, it was really, really obvious how
Yeah,
how
she
ADHD
was
this kid was.
masking like
Yeah,
really
she
badly,
clearly masked
and now
like
she's a
crazy.
lot more comfortable with us. She was letting it all out.
It kind of what it really spoke to me when we did it is this whole concept that sugar and hyperactivity, which is false, it's wrong. And anyone who tells you that, oh well, I've seen this, just doesn't know what they're looking at. Chances are it's an ADHD kid who's just in a really good mood.
Yeah, like our kids, they get high off
Yeah,
of people.
we could do something.
We'll take them. I'll take them around to go see like my grandma, and they start bouncing up a storm. They're like flinging their arms around. They're shouting with excitement, and
Yeah,
that's just from being around people.
imagine if you gave a kid a type of food that they really enjoyed and it made them very happy, and they would get excited about that. Oh no, no, no! It's actually because sugar, which doesn't fucking happen. And your what is it? What do they say?
Hmm.
The plural of evidence isn't fucking, or the other way around. I can't remember. But your
Well,
thing, your personal
is it
experience.
anecdote and evidence?
Yeah, evidence is not yeah, evidence is not the plural of anecdote. That's the one. Yeah, it still drives me mad because my mum and people that I know still say that because you can't fucking convince someone of something that they've believed all their life because people are fucking stupid. I have ADHD and ASD. I'm not sure what ASD is.
Autism spectrum
Oh,
disorder.
okay.
A lot of people call it ASC now because it's not a disorder; it's a condition.
I'm convinced my late granddad had that, and his nickname was Bunny at the age of 42 because he bounced everywhere. Oh man, that's kind of fucking adorable.
Our kids bounce like rabbits.
But at 42,
Oh,
just
yeah, but
boinging about, that's
yeah, but I've seen you do that. When you get excited about something, you do like little dances.
dances, yeah.
You're like, my Steam Deck's coming, it's been ordered. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Uh, I mask a lot around people and I like to stim more. Point out weird stuff I notice, ramble and rant. I'm not ashamed I get distracted. by a speck of dust. Uh, I definitely get distracted by a lot of bullshit, but I find it more annoying than anything else. Never been on a sugar bender? No, because it wouldn't work.
It works to a certain extent because especially with ADHD people, because they tend to have dopamine deficiencies. So when
Yeah,
you eat sugar,
it's not.
it brings you up a bit.
It gives you dopamine,
Yeah.
but that's not the same fucking thing as
No.
it giving you energy.
It's not energy, it's
Yeah.
dopamine.
Climb 10+ meter trees, no support, nothing. But yeah. You do the excited dances too, sick. Who doesn't? Weirdos. They're the ones who don't dance when they're in a
Are you
decent
looking
mood.
at me?
Huh?
I don't do excited dances.
I didn't look at you.
I thought you were looking at me.
No, I was looking at my screen. I never look at you.
Yeah, but I don't do excited dances.
I know you don't.
You're like, I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Like I said, weirdos.
Oh, the kids are still awake. Let me tell them to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Should
What sugar does?
Should I do a Samuel L. Jackson story at them?
Go to sleep, dear. Yeah, sugar makes you fat. And more fat than fat makes you fat. That's the correlation. That's the real thing. I'm old enough to remember when the big bad in sweets was E-numbers. Oh my fucking god. I'm not even sure what that shit means. But that's the thing. Like, if everybody is freaking out about something, the chances are that they're fucking wrong. Or that it's like some gross oversimplification. So slightly autism related is how I got on an affordable jet engines just now. What the fuck? Okay, I don't know. That sentence came out in the wrong order, I think. Stopped by to say thank you for the content. Good job. Thank you, Paul Pittman, which is a hell of a name. Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence or something like that. Yeah, but it's also not evidence of fucking being there. I've been eating a lot of fat lately to lose weight. I mean, that's what the Atkins diet is. It's not good for you. Oh no, it's not called Atkins anymore. It's got that shit name and people who are part of it. Keto. That's the one. And if you're into the keto diet and it works for you, that doesn't mean it's healthy. Sorry, not sorry.
Well, I think it depends on your body type, though.
I mean, it doesn't.
Like, it's recommended to me to go on a keto diet.
Yeah.
Because of insulin issues.
Okay, very specific outlier shit.
Yeah, because
your body overreacts to everything.
Yeah, it does.
I think that's a you problem.
That's a me problem.
In life I hide from
Hello,
people. Once I put on a mask,
princess.
I'm a different person.
Come on then.
Oh, it started with mentioning the jet engine sound and your brain got stuck on it. Oh, well, thank Mr. Sick for that. I didn't bring that up. She did. So, send her fire.
I'm just saying it's loud in here.
It is very loud in here. But thankfully not. It doesn't sound loud in here to literally everyone else.
Come on then.
Diet sounds like too much of a bother. We've started going swimming.
Hello, baby.
Weekly. And it took a while to get, like, I had, thankfully this time she asked like a week or so in advance, so I had enough time to freak out about it and then go, okay, I can do this. So when you ask me to do something on the day, just fucking don't.
I don't know, I get an urge to do something sometimes.
And to be fair, last time we decided to do something on the day, we all got COVID.
Yeah.
So planning ahead seems to be a good idea. I'm quite stocky, but I've built up a fair bit of muscle. Shifting belly fat is a pain in the ass, though. I mean, I don't care. I'd like to lose weight for health reasons, not for like aesthetics, because I'm already far too sexy. So, you know.
You need to dumb that down a bit.
I need to be less dummy thick, to be fair. I
don't want you to like lose shitloads of weight though.
No, because you like pillow.
You're really comfy.
Yes, yes. Many have said. I need to get back in the game. Car accident 2014. Finally recovered to a trainable state. I ain't doing anything that would use the word training. I have no fucking interest in that. Exercise is so goddamn fucking boring. It absolutely drives me insane. I can't fucking do it. Sick floats, he's a witch. I'm also fat.
This is why I've been actually... This is what I spent my day doing after I finished doing your editing. Is I sat here trying to think of how to gamify stuff for you to encourage you to come and do stuff with me.
What we need is a really, really rich friend who, for some fucking reason, is really into the idea of me losing weight, and then they buy me nice things. That'd work. Oh, I'll get the. That's one of the things I need to do.
Sick is built for comfort, not for speed.
Oh fucking hell! I'm using that. I'm built for comfort, not for speed. I'm surprisingly fast though, especially for a big guy.
You're very top heavy. Your legs are very athletic.
Yeah, I have pretty amazing legs. Like, even now, where they're a little bit chunky, they still look.
I think it's because they're holding up all the weight.
Fuck you. I've always had nice legs. The one random compliment from a person... I've had my beard, which is like, I just did that by accident. But someone complimenting, like, my legs. And that compliment has stuck with me for years. That's one of the things they say. Like, give a man a compliment and he will remember that forever.
I compliment you all the time.
It's not the fucking same. And you know it.
I know,
because my compliments aren't the same.
No, I don't like compliments from anybody.
No, and that's true too. But, like, a random person who you're not dating complimenting you as a man is just, like, so unusual that you just remember.
Yeah, but to me, I'm like, what the fuck do you want?
I mean, I was like that with the beard.
When people give me compliments, I'm just like, what are you trying to get out of me?
What is it? I'm not fat. I'm disaster resistant. I float, so floods aren't a problem. I have lots of energy stores, so I can go longer without food. I mean, these are all true. Chris Moyles always said big guys have nice legs. Is that true? Chris Moyles, he was one of the fucking radio people, wasn't he?
I have no idea.
I feel like he's dead. But I feel like a lot of people are dead
now
because...
I have to check.
You don't even know who it is.
I think I know who it is.
I think I know who it is.
He's a TV presenter.
I tried to stay in shape due to enjoying sports.
He's very much still alive. Oh, he's a Yorkshire boy. Okay. Yeah, I know who he is now. Now I've seen a picture of him.
I tried to stay in shape due to enjoying sports and crippling anxiety about being fat. Dudes compliment each other in some gyms. Not the same. Dudes complimenting dudes. It's like, oh, dude, your cock is so good. I mean, I only say that to my friends. But, you know, bros, especially when you're like workout bros, and especially when someone has gone from bigger to, and has put in the work, you know, you've got to put in the compliments there. But I am talking about random compliments from the fairer sex, as they say. And yeah, it's a truism that you just don't fucking get them. So you remember. Don't worry, you are in shape. Round is a shape.
That's like chubby makes you more bullet resistant. Oh
I mean,
God.
I'm pretty sure a bullet would
take. There was a woman, she ended up getting shot, and she said if it wasn't her for being morbidly obese, she would have been dead because it went through her fat.
That's pretty hilarious.
And she said, like, so the fact that she gained shitloads of weight was a good thing.
Yep. I mean, it literally was.
Yeah, at that moment.
At that moment, from that specific circumstance, you can't deny being overweight was a good thing. That doesn't mean that she should then preemptively... You sat there eating cake after cake after cake. Someone looks at you in horror and you just go, bullets, and then you just keep eating more cake. That's probably not the way to go. I mean, it sounds good, and I might have to try it, but someone's kidnapping proof. To be honest, I was probably kidnap proof before I gained weight.
Oh, I like that.
Or significant weight.
Random woman at work the other day said her beautiful eyes. I almost proposed to her on the spot, and I'm gay, lol.
It's nice. Why settle for 6-pack when you can have a cake? Exactly. Note to self: become fat before gunfight. Argue.
I was like, I'll see you in 6 months.
I mean, if you're gonna have like a duel. Overweight means you eat well. They say life isn't life if it isn't delicious. Yeah. I mean, I could eat less of the deliciousness. That would probably be a good idea. I've always been saying, like, if we ever get to like 1 million subscribers and I can earn silly money doing YouTube, we're going to hire someone to cook our food, and probably a trainer of some description. Like, at least if that many subscribers actually, like... I can't think of words now.
Good.
If it translates to, silly money, then yeah. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. Being skinny also works. She was too weak to stab me to death. Wait, what? But isn't that if the other person is skinny? Unless the knife just bounced off of you because you were all bone. Not a keg, a whiskey barrel. Exactly. It's got far more dents in it.
You see, Tim, my problem is the reason why I'm quite overweight is because I forget to eat. And then my body goes into survival mode and starts storing everything I
Your
eat.
microbiome decides your choice of foods unless you make a conscious effort to change them. Limit breads and sweets to a minimum and get fresh fruits and vegetables more in your diet. But you see, what you don't understand is I like bread and sweets. This is where it comes back round to ADHD decision making and things like executive dysfunction play into an inability to do things, or a near inability, great difficulty doing things that are good for you. It's actually staggeringly hard. And then people go, oh, you should just try harder. And he's like, you should just shut the fuck up. Yeah.
What we would prefer is having an actual dietitian and then somebody,
having someone
a nutritionalist
responsible
who can actually like guide us what to
like.
I always say, all I need is someone to go, here's a food plan, this is what you eat on each day at this time, and then I'd be sorted.
The biggest problem with my diet is that I'm responsible for it. Me cooking is like, okay, I want food in my face now. What's easy and I'm going to fucking enjoy, and that's what I'll eat, which is often not good for you. I do try to regularly eat something simple, like just chicken with like flavor on it but not sauce, with rice and veg, but that doesn't always happen. It's one of those things. But yeah, I do think that the biggest problem with my diet is that I'm the one in charge of it. And
yeah, same with me. Like, I just forget.
well, she says that
I'll wake up in the morning.
the biggest problem with her diet is I'm the one in charge of it as well.
Yeah, but
for the most part.
I'll wake up in the morning and I feel sick.
Yeah.
So I don't want to eat. And they absolutely
She wakes up in the morning, feels me up, and she's like, ugh, I don't want food now.
And
so that's really good for the old ego.
That's pretty close. But,
thanks.
And I'm like, I can barely tolerate a coffee, and then I forget to eat lunch, and then when dinner comes around, I'm like, oh, just anything in face.
Yeah, I need a nutritionist and a chef. Then I think I'd have the healthiest diet ever.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, if I'll eat what you give me, but I won't make good things. Generally speaking, I'll make delicious things, but I won't make good things. Because when you shop in, it's like they say, don't shop when you're hungry. But I'm always fucking hungry. It's
That
yeah.
is one of your problems. You want to eat quite often.
I could eat regularly.
Yeah.
One of the things that I try not to do now, but I definitely used to do a lot, is I would eat until I feel sick, and then I'd feel bad, and then I'd be more hungry.
I do the opposite. Like earlier today at lunchtime, I was like, "Oh, I'm actually hungry. I should get some lunch." And then I just walked in the other room and did something for 3 hours, and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I forgot I was hungry."
I like that. Nutrition science. 25% science, 25% guesswork, 25% hope, 25% voodoo. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Tatey, Creaky mentioned he did a fucking video. And it was one of the videos that I suggested. Have I tried chocolate eclairs? They are very healthy because cream. Wait. I need a partner who is also a chef, truly. Yeah, maybe we just need like a third wheel. We'll pretend to be in a relationship with them, but we'll just be with them for the cooking.
You want to be a fake polygamist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we'll totally do you, but you want to make some food? Yeah.
We're really into food related things during sexy time. So
Foreplay.
yeah, so you need to make.
But then after food play, I
you
mean
need to make
foreplay,
full on
we're
healthy.
very
meal.
tired,
Yeah, exactly.
and then we'll just have a sleep. You sleep on the floor. Fuck me, I'm a horrible person. Shocking. I think people shop only when they're hungry. It is the moment you look in the fridge and you see nothing that you want to go shopping to get yourself a feast. I mean, that's just fucking irresponsible.
Yeah, I can't go shopping when I'm hungry because I'll pick
I try and
I
keep
pick out
our
everything.
fridge stocked.
that is one of my bad ones. If I go shop, to be honest, anytime I go shopping, I'll go, right, I'm going down for milk, and I'll come back with like 10 other items.
I've had to stop her from coming back with treats for me. I had to tell her to stop.
They're only pistachios.
Pistachio. The thing is, you give me a bag of anything and I'll just eat it. Even if a portion is like, it's like the space in your palm, but like flat. It's like, I'll eat the whole fucking bag because it's there. So that's one of the things. Just don't fucking have it. Don't do it.
Yeah, you know the amount of times I wanted to bring you back snacks.
I know.
And not just me.
The girls.
The kids are like, oh, we should get Daddy a Whisper Gold. Oh, because he really likes them.
I mean,
And
if you're
I'm
going to
like-
get me something, get me custard donuts.
I'm like, he would really like it, but no. Because I get told off for it.
I like it and I'm mad. I'm very, very ungrateful for things that make me fat. If it's all you do, does foreplay become five play? Trying to think what the word, if there's for before, what is the during? This is not. There is nothing worse than forgetting to be hungry. I'm a human stick bug. Having someone to literally shove food in my mouth would be useful. You've got the opposite problem.
I would love to be slim. Like, before I had the kids, I was very slim.
You were small.
Yeah. And then my hormones went crazy.
You still had a podge. You had a little belly podge.
Yeah,
I liked
I'm
you.
big. I've always been stocky.
Yeah.
Like, I got big shoulders and big
I like
hips
belly
and big
podge.
thighs.
I like to squeeze.
You don't squeeze my belly.
Yeah, I do.
When?
When we're fooling around.
Oh, right. I never noticed.
I'm clearly so good.
I do. I find it weird when he's quite overly affectionate to me. I'm like, what do you want?
All me being affectionate means is I'm in a good mood.
Yeah, Yeah, I know, but it's weird to me.
which is why I'm so rarely affectionate.
I just find it weird when you're very
I did spend a
overly
while
affectionate.
trying to give you regular hugs, and fuck me, that was exhausting.
It's-
It did put you in a better mood in
Well, yeah,
general,
it would do.
but I, I, I think it got hot, and then I
Stop
forgot.
touching me.
Do not judge me. If you haven't pooped in a bag, try it. You will appreciate toilets. Are you talking? Are you talking about pooping in a bag, or are you like talking about is it a stoma? The
Oh yeah, stomas. Yeah.
like a poop shoot in your belly. Whisper equals chocolate. Whisper gold equals chocolate with caramel inside it, and it's all like fluffy chocolate. It's fucking amazing. You should go to the paint store on your diet. You can get thinner. Fuck. Also, because they're to combat depression, kind of figures I want to get rid of the root causes of that. Sorry, what have I missed?
A lot of things, I think.
Oh, I'm on meds that made me gain about 7 kg after tightening my diet. It's one of the reasons I want to go back to not needing. Yeah.
Anytime I have any type of medication, I always end up gaining loads of weight. It's really annoying.
I mean, you could go on amphetamines. That'd help you lose weight.
Completely obliterate my already bad appetite.
Yeah. The most annoying thing are people who are thin by themselves and make comments on how you should exercise more. Just like people with perfect teeth who say they aren't scared of the dentist. Actually, we know one person. Well, there's your sister, but her fella is very, very skinny. But he eats like a garbage truck.
Yeah, he
He eats worse than we do. It's fucking astounding.
Yeah, and he has the metabolism of like a 5-year-old.
Yeah. Saw him for the first time in quite a while today, and he'd shaved his head. And I saw we went to a party, which was something. Family do's. Oh my god, don'ts. More like family don'ts. Yeah, I saw, who's that bloke? Because this is a guy who looks like a 12-year-old, but when he had hair, but when he shaved his head, he actually looked like a man. It's very weird. But yeah, he doesn't give you shit for being fat. In fact, he's kind of jealous. So I tried to put on weight. Didn't work. Tried to grow a beard. He's actually got a beard now, and it took him like 7 years to grow. Something like that. Just get a meth cook. You know, meth always seems like a good idea at the time.
Where's my Walter White flips table?
God, I've not had a Whisper Gold in years. They are amazing. Frankie's off to go get a Whisper Gold. You can get 4 packs off of Amazon. You just order one and it will just arrive.
You just like longingly look at them because I haven't seen Whisper Gold in the house in ages.
I just don't buy them. I don't longingly look at them. I just don't fucking go to the section that has them. I almost never go into the chocolate section unless I'm with you.
I always go in the chocolate section.
No, I go in the booze section.
You go in the booze section. I go in chocolate, longing and looking at the chocolate, going, "No, it's a bad idea."
No, it's a bad idea, and then you get 3 bars.
No, I haven't had chocolate in ages.
Okay, last time you would come back, you'd have like several different fucking weirdo flavors that taste like grass. They're fucking gross.
Oh, dark chocolate is amazing though.
You got these really weirdy ones that are just like, that doesn't sound pleasant, and then one that's orange that's really nice because orange and chocolate.
Yeah, I got Ugandan chocolate. That was
Got what?
Ugandan chocolate.
Oh, I thought you were saying
so
that
nice.
I got you Gandan chocolate, and I thought, what the fuck is Gandan chocolate? That makes more sense.
The last thing I've done is, because I was longingly looking at all the chocolate, I decided, you know what, I'll get a hot chocolate instead because at least it's less calories.
Natasha, I will, if you know of any good Living Waters stuff that they've done relatively recently that you think would work on my channel, feel free to send it to me on my email or on Twitter DMs. They're both on my About page. But, you know, when I'm looking for content, just when people, one of the things people do, I appreciate the what do they call it? Fuck. You know when someone, it's the thought that counts. There you go. When someone sends me a channel, but it's like this huge channel with hundreds of videos, and like maybe two of them might be good for me, but how the fuck am I supposed to know? If you know of anything, don't just say, look at this guy. Say, look at this video, because I need the specifics. But yeah, if you know of anything. If you don't, then I'm probably not going to cover it because I'd have to check everything everything they do. And who the fuck has time for that? Not me. 100 million cows can't be wrong about grass. What about compromise? Chocolate whiskey. Whiskey-filled chocolate. Whiskey-filled liqueur chocolates are disgusting. They're always gross. Apart from Bailey's ones, which are fucking lush.
I do like Bailey's.
All the rest of them are gross. The one that drives me fucking mental is that well, not for a long time because I probably bitched about it enough. But I used to get fucking whiskey flavored fudge almost every year, 4 years, and I fucking hated it because it's gross. I mean, I'd eat it because I can't fucking control myself and I hate myself, but that doesn't mean that it was nice. Yeah, fucking hell, Toblerone. Oh my god. That's for dipping in the whiskey. I just joined, but prior to starting, I was privy to an ad for a church. This happens before all your stuff, in fact. The algorithm thinks you're a faith-based channel. Yeah, good. Fuck 'em. I like it.
Take the money from the church.
I love it when I get adverts for PragerU on my channel or all sorts of shit. Because the people who are watching it are predisposed to skepticism. At least I fucking hope so. I have a whole fucking spiel at the start of my video that says, don't listen to anyone, especially not me. You know, don't get all your opinions from another person. That's what your fucking dad does, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, listening to her dad tell you about his political opinions, and they're always like three of them, and they're all mutually exclusive ideas because they're not actually his. He's just repeating stuff that he's heard, and it drives me fucking mental. Don't be that. Don't be Mrs. Six dad. Be someone who actually hears something and goes, right, let's see if that's wrong. Because that's what you got to do.
My dad parrots a lot, but...
Oh, God, it drives me nuts. But you spend more time with him and it drives you well nuts.
I tune it out. I zone out so much.
Whiskey, but you hate it. Welcome to 6L. I'm sure I'd find something to replace it. My friend was making alcohol from sugar, distilling it, and adding whiskey flavoring. I doubt it would pass as anything quality, but it's almost free. I mean, why not just make whiskey? Like, I don't understand. If you have the capacity to distill alcohol, then you can distill...
Oh my god. The kids are kicking off.
Oh no. Well, if they're still kicking off in 15 minutes, I'll come, I don't know, fart in their room. That'll probably knock them out. That's weird. Most of the ads I see since I started watching Cersic have been for Jack Daniels or Johnny Walker. Not a complaint, just an observation. I imagine there's a strong correlation. Well, there's the classic thing where a guy was complaining about their ad department because he said, "Oh, the ad department are fucked up. You know, they put out this advert on YouTube, and then after it comes all these adverts for scantily clad women. Oh, we've got to do something about them." Not understanding that the algorithm points to stuff that you would be interested in, and it had nothing to do with them. So that was hilarious. Your advice to check my butthole was so helpful. Tom Cardy, he's the fucking man. Alright, gotta pour another drink. Important stuff. If you didn't know, my little hiatus from alcohol is over, which is good because it makes this way easier. Too smart to Brian? Yes. Did I actually call it Brian? No, I did call it Brain. I thought so. Ah. For some reason, most of my ads feature that girl who's just banged the polar bear. What the fuck?
Okay.
They all right?
They're just overexcited.
What are they excited about?
Because they're going to go see your mum.
Mm.
So they're
No,
like, ooh,
because
I'm
they're
so...
going to the seaside.
Yeah, like, oh my god, I'm
They
so
don't care about
excited.
seeing me
I
mum.
can't sleep and it's too hot.
Well, there is that too. Yeah, they get to go to the seaside, and it's probably going to piss it down. But they're almost happy about that because it's just too fucking hot at the moment. Oh. Who would complain about what? I know I probably said things, but I call that jailhouse brew. Does the trick. Just be sure to throw away the first 30 ml of the distillery. That's methanol. I mean, who doesn't enjoy some methylated spirits? I think there's an old joke about
Yeah, he's drinking again.
Oh, I'm in drinking again. Oh. Does Brian have a life? No, he's dead. He was killed on a cross, and then they sang "Bright Side of Life." How hot is too hot? Any temperature above... Ugh. That's the worst. That didn't sound like whiskey. Sessick is not true to his brand. I poured whiskey into it. You see, I'm smart like that. I have a bottle of drink, and I have cans, and then I take a little sip out of the can, and then I've got a little pouring measure, so I can make you know those pre-made whiskey things with Coke? I do that, but with Pepsi Max and whatever the fuck I want, and it's generally a lot better. And yes, I am one of those monsters who doesn't. I do drink neat whiskey on occasion, but it's like really hard fucking work. And sometimes I enjoy to just enjoy my drink. Oh, I keep trying to lose weight, but it keeps finding me again. Ah, I know that pain. Will we splyan? For Living Waters, you could try the video that's called "This One Plant Proves God's Existence." Okay, I'll put that into the thing, and then I'll forget that that's what I was doing, and then it will turn up. Oh wow, they just put that up. Whoa, shut up, you speakers.
Someone screamed at you.
I don't know. It's probably Ray Comfort chasing a woman down the street or something, trying to ask her questions. The same fucking ones. Save to that one and done. Okay. Cool. Well, we'll see about that. Oh, homebrew mixers. Yeah, basically. That's what I make. It's actually really effective. Don't forget to take a sip out of the can first, because otherwise the whiskey just layers on top. And, I mean, it's fine, but it's just a real pain in the ass to get it off. Of drinking whilst listening... Is drinking while listening a requirement? Might need to start early and open up some rye. If you want it to be a requirement, you make it a requirement. You can join me for a bevy, as they say. As Mark Twain said, quitting smoking is easy. I've done it lots of times. I'm one of those assholes that did find quitting smoking easy. It became slightly inconvenient, so I just stopped doing it. Which is fun, because I'd always been told that I had an addictive personality because I used to do things that I enjoyed. Some people don't know what words mean, and it drives me fucking nuts. My mum's fella at the time said that to me. And yeah, after quitting smoking by just not smoking anymore, I think that proved that he was full of shit. And he's an arsehole, so fuck him.
Not literally.
I mean, if you want.
Would you do it as a dom move?
With consent. Yeah. I'd give him money, I'd slap him across the face with it. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's a real miracle Ray never gets punched in the face. Prove God is real? I think it proves that people are so enamored with that mustache. He's got a decent mustache, you can't fucking lie. But he got it from the devil. Eating too many baked beans is my favorite pastime. I'm bored. I'm going to eat too many baked beans. How many is too many? Is it like a can plus one? Is it a can plus another can? Is it half a can, but you eat it cold? People who eat cold baked beans, oh my god, I don't know how you do that.
No, that's dirty.
It's proper, like, bleh. Almost as bad as people who eat Marmite by the spoonful. Because
any Marmite is gross.
The Marmite adage is not true because me. Because I think Marmite is fine, but I wouldn't eat shitloads of it. I snorted your words once. My brother still calls me a twat. What? What the fuck does that mean?
You need to lay off the cocaine.
The word cane, apparently.
Word cane, yeah.
Have you ever heard an old myth? If you cut the ends off of a French breadstick and put brute aftershave through it, drinkable alcohol comes out the other end.
What? Is that what they tell the tourists?
Look, buy my bread and my fucking aftershave. Totally turns it into alcohol, kids. That's what you tell to kids. And then they do something stupid and they go, this just tastes fucking gross. Which it would still have the... Like, even if it filtered out something, it would still taste like perfume. Yeah, that's pretty fucking hilarious. I can see the logic, though. It's like a big... I'll tell you what that reminds me of, and it's one of the greatest ways that you can consume hot chocolate. And that's if you take... a Twix is a good one, but it works with any, like, completely covered chocolate-covered biscuit type thing. But a Twix works. You bite each end off, and then you use the Twix as a straw, and you suck the hot chocolate through the biscuit, and it goes through, and it basically melts the biscuit on the way through.
Yep,
and once it stops working, you just eat it.
Yeah,
and
I drink hot drinks when they're like piping hot.
Yeah, it would still work.
Yeah, but that's really dumb. You don't drink a hot drink through a straw. It will burn you.
Well, then fucking wait 2 seconds and have the experience of a lifetime. It is so nice.
Okay.
Okay, she rolled her eyes at me. She rolled her eyes, boys. I mean, she hates me. Well, I'm the one who gets to have the Twix hot chocolate. Just find out how many baked beans they ate in Blazing Saddles. Jesus Christ. Had a play date when I was at a kid's when I was a kid at a friend's house when I was a young teenager. Wait, who?
What?
His mum gave us lunch and opened can of beans and 2 spoons. He wasn't my friend after that. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you don't need that negativity
some
in
families.
Your life.
You know when just a family that you know is just fucking weird. And they just think it's normal. No, bad. You need to slap that shit out of their hands. So no. Eating too many baked beans and then going downtown and riding the elevator on a high-rise building up and down for an hour is the best.
No, not just that. Spicy baked beans.
I've done that Twix thing with a coffee before. Why didn't you do it with the hot chocolate? It's so much better. The chocolate bar straw isn't a meme. I am shooketh. Well, you can't just see that and go, "Aw," because you can try it once. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it fucking works, genius. Yeah, it fucking works. I've done it multiple times. We used to have... I worked in a pub, and we used to sell Twixes and hot chocolate. And then I wonder why I'm fat.
It's all the cheese.
I've also thrown Whoppers into black coffee. Wonderful Whoppers. The only Whopper I know is a burger.
Yeah.
Do you mean a burger, or is it like a type of chocolate? That sounds like an Australian chocolate, to be honest.
Yeah, they do
We
have
got
weird
Whoppers,
words.
we got Dingle Bugs, and we got Flangle Dangles. Yeah. For the broadcast TV version, otherwise no. I have no idea what you're talking about. I've got some old woman in my building who stink up elevators worse than their perfume could ever produce biologically. Jesus Christ.
Are you sure like my mum is not one of your neighbours?
If Blazing Saddles comes on the TV, put subtitles on. We don't watch TV.
I think it just means in general if you want to watch
I think he means TV. In fact, I'm right because I'm smart. Once got mushed. Do you mean mashed? And that was watery and bitter kind of friend's house. Thanks for digging up the trauma. Okay, I have no idea what you're talking about apart from sick face. Whoppers are chocolate covered malt balls. Okay, there you go. And someone else called them Tim Tams. Best Aussie accent ever. Saying that as an Aussie, of course.
It's peak Aussie. It's so Aussie, it's Aussified.
I mean, my grandparents are 10-pound poms, so I can actually pull off a fairly decent Australian accent. I just choose not to. Because people from there go, no, that sounds nothing like it. That's the thing I've always found. Like, I'm quite good at doing an imitation of an accent that's good enough for everyone but someone from there. And then someone from there.
You're pretty good at doing that sort of like an emphasised Yorkshire accent.
Okay, I do the thick one.
Yeah, like
The
a really
over
thick,
the top.
Over the top. Yeah, usually it's always over the top accent.
The thing is, when you do the over the top one, but there are people who do speak like that, it disguises the fact that, you know, I don't get every single little idiom correct. Did you ever go watch The Count Centered? I did, and it was very funny. I love to fuck. I love. Try a mouthful of husband's enjoyment. Stops you crying whilst cutting onions. My wife swears by it. Husband's. What the fuck is husband's enjoyment? Why have we got fucking...
They totally know what that was when they made that up. Oh my god.
Right, bye. Bye adult dating website. I'll put the user in. Why did I put them in timeout?
Because you want to see it later.
No, it's just because... there we go, the channel is hidden. There are no over-the-top Yorkshire accents. Oh, but there are. You've made it. Here comes the porn. It's actually quite unusual for us to get anything like... I don't want to say interesting in the stream, but like shit that you just don't expect. We tend to fly under the radar.
Yeah, we don't really get spam.
Use your imagination. It's like gentleman's relish. So it's come, okay. So is that the kind of thing that someone says?
You fill your wife up so that she can cook for you.
Is that your wife? Your wife's on a plane and she's like, my ears are popping. You go, I've got an idea, darling. Okay. Anyway, it is just about to hit 10, so I'm gonna fuck off. I'm gonna go play Arcade Paradise because it's really fucking good and I'm basically addicted to it.
But you don't have an addictive personality.
What hit you in the face? Addicted. I love that one. But adult dating site, you mean, as opposed to all those children dating sites?
Good point.
Oh, it was an adult porn site. Stop you there.
Sorry, Demon Orb. I meant to do it earlier. Gravy, gravy, gravy.
He does like his gravy. Are they... What? They are posh. They view knights fighting for housing is Yorkshire. Okay. I've only recently discovered that Australians call afternoon arvo, which I find very amusing. But I did know about yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, which is hilarious because it's the one thing that they have which extends something out much longer than it needs to be. I'm going to go play XCOM. Cheers for that chat, mate. You're welcome.
Bye, guys.
But yeah, we're off now. Catch you on the flippy side with all the flippers.